Hey everybody, Travis here, back with another video. This time it's not going to be a book review. I'm actually going to be doing life lessons, and one life lesson for every book that I read. And so this time I have been reading The 5 a.m. Club by Robin Sharma. And this book is about what the name suggests, which is wake up at 5 a.m. every day, every morning, and unlock the potential in your life. So before reading this book, I have been waking up at 6:30 a.m. at the earliest, usually 7 a.m., and that gives me around an hour to an hour and a half to get ready for work. I work a pretty typical 9-to-5 job. And that was great. That's how I conducted my life. But ever since I finished reading this book, The 5 a.m. Club, I was like, you know what? I'm going to switch things up and wake up at 5 a.m. every morning. And so for the past couple weeks, I've been waking up at 5 a.m. every morning. And while it was an adjustment at first, I am seeing a lot of benefits, which is why I'm going to title the name of this video, Wake Up at 5 a.m. Every Day. And ever since I started doing this, it gives me so much more time in the morning to get really important tasks done. Usually whenever I was done with work, I have some hobbies. I train jiu-jitsu, which is the martial art that I love. And when I got home after work and after jiu-jitsu, it would be around 8 p.m. at night, and it would give me like a couple hours before I would have to go to bed. And so I would read and I would take care of some other important work or run some errands before going to bed. Waking up at 5 a.m. has changed things so that now I can do all of that important work and all of my hobbies early in the morning. So now I wake up, I get ready, I get changed, I get dressed, I take a shower, and then I have 2 more hours in my day to do whatever I want. And so now I'm getting up, I'm getting ready, I'm getting dressed, and now I'm reading for like 30 minutes. I'm reading my book. I love to read books on the Kindle. And I'm reading my book for 30 minutes, and now after I read my book, I then leave the house and go to the gym, and I love to stretch. I'm getting up there in age. I'm 30 now, so I have to make sure that I can keep up my athletic pursuits as I age. But I love to stretch and I love to work out, so I have like an hour now to go to the gym and get a good workout in. And then after I read, after I get my workout in, I then go to work, and now I'm sitting at my desk at 8:30 a.m., which is my work start time. And instead of starting my day with work, my day now, waking up at 5 a.m., has already started hours ago. 3.5 hours ago, my day started, and now when I sit down at work, my day has begun, and I feel really comfortable, and I've already thought about what are the big tasks that I'm going to be doing today, and it's just been a complete game changer. The tough part about waking up at 5 a.m. for me, I still like to go out on occasion. I still like to have some drinks with some friends or go out on dates, usually on the weekends. And so during the weekends, I've had to adjust, and I've had to just sleep in sometimes and wake up a little later, like 6 a.m. or 7 a.m. So it is tough, especially if you like to go out to the bars every once in a while and like to go out and hang out with friends or maybe parties or stuff like that. It is tough to wake up at 5 a.m. every morning. But if you're disciplined about it, I can just see with this new habit, my life just being so much more productive than it usually would be if I woke up at 7 a.m. So this is a game-changing life lesson that I've learned from the 5 a.m. Club with Robin Sharma. That was the author. So the 5 a.m. Club, the life lesson that I took from this book is wake up at 5 a.m. every day. I've been doing it for a couple weeks now, and it has already improved my life to the point where I'm going to continue to wake up at 5 a.m. every morning, at least from Monday to Friday. Hopefully I can get to a point where I wake up at 5 a.m. on the weekends. It's just so hard because I do like to go out to the bars every once in a while, and I do like to have a nightlife. So that's going to be a little tricky, but if you take this life lesson, wake up at 5 a.m. every morning, your life will be, I'd say, at least 20% more productive. You'll get a lot of valuable tasks done early in the morning, and then you can go to work or do whatever you have to do, and you will have that confidence of knowing, I've already done a lot of productive stuff already, so now let me get to work and just smooth sailing. The rest of the day is going to be fantastic. Some people that I know who wake up early in the morning. I'm a big basketball fan. Kobe Bryant was someone who woke up like super early at ungodly hours, sometimes at 2 a.m., 4 a.m. to get workouts in. Sometimes he would have 2 workouts in a day, 3 workouts in a day, and it paid off. He was a 5-time NBA champion and an MVP in the NBA. Rest in peace, Kobe Bryant. Another person who wakes up super early that I admire is Jocko Willink, the famous Navy SEAL businessman, jiu-jitsu practitioner. He was one of my inspirations in starting that martial art. But he wakes up at 4:30 a.m. every morning. He has his watch that he takes a picture of and posts it on Instagram. And he is somebody who wakes up super early in the morning. So those are two names of great men that I really admire that wake up super early, and I'm taking a leaf out of their book. And so that's all I have for today. It's my first life lesson that I'm posting on YouTube, and I hope to do more of these. I've been thinking about all sorts of different video topics that I wanted to do. The book reviews were nice, but I didn't think that I was providing much value with them, so I'm going to start with usually a life lesson, one lesson that I learned from each book that I read. By the way, it is thundering and raining and all sorts of stuff is going on outside. I live in Phoenix, Arizona, and it is a haboob or a dust storm. And it's also coupled with a monsoon, so it's raining cats and dogs, and it looks like the apocalypse outside. I was just driving on the 202 highway, and it looked like it was the end of the world out there. But everybody's safe, and there's a lot of debris everywhere. But I'm just putting a timestamp. It's August 25th, 2025, and we just had like an apocalypse-like dust storm here in Phoenix, Arizona. But anyway, that's all I had for today's video. Wake up at 5 a.m. every day. Thanks for watching, everybody. I have an Instagram, Travis D'Souza Quotes, and a Twitter X account, Travis D'Souza, where I like to post a lot of quotes about wisdom and self-improvement and positive psychology. So definitely check that out. And thanks so much for watching. See you guys next time. Have a great night. Bye.